Also, yeah, we have this guy who's he was wrongfully put in jail. It's such a look at this. I'll show you a little bit of it. This guy is the righteousness is so high with him that someone told me, our booker told me that like we could get this guy on as a guest, and I said, please bring him. His righteousness is so high. Just check this out. His name is an honest man Raymond, and this is from the Soft White Underbelly YouTube channel.
Court. I said, take me to court for what? What did I do? And of course, they handcuffed me and shackled me. They placed me on an unmarked cruiser, transported me over to the federal courthouse. So when I get over there for arraignment, my wife and my mother sitting in the courtroom, and the prosecutor said, when Mr. Hicks is at work, he's in the top 10% of his department. But when he's not at work, he's into other curricular activity. And I'm looking back to my mom and mom and saying, what is this woman talking about? My mom like, just calm down. I'm like, Mom, what are these people talking about, man? And of course, she said, when he's not at work, he's into other curricular activity. And she said, I went to various states delivering 350 kilograms of cocaine that was equivalent to $750 million. So the judge say, you're not a flight risk because I didn't have a passport at the time, but she said, you're a menace to society. I'm a menace to society.
The most righteous one. That's why it's so sad, man. You gotta first of all watch this, and then we'll bring him on like this week, and you guys can ask questions too. This man is so righteous, and this is what happens in this Kali Yuga upside down world we are in. Because it is Kali Yuga, the whole world's upside down, and he's the most righteous person, and they're telling him he's a menace. And just the idea, like when you hear the story, he's too righteous. It's too much righteousness. It's like such. Like we're talking about like just a guy trying to help the community there, and then a bunch of cops got together, and it looks like they're kind of got together like we can pin this drug thing on him. Let's just say he did it. And that's what this is, dude. It's like the people around him are just like, oh, it's so sad, man. It's so depressing. And you know what it is? It is the most righteous among us, because the most righteous among us, here's what happens always. The most righteous always gets chosen as a fall guy. Because they're like, he won't even fight back. That's the attitude. They think because the righteous one is so loving and they have so much love in their heart that the way that this sinful world, the Leela, as the Hindus say, this simulation of life that we are all in together, it is supposed to be like a love testing simulation. So the whole structure of it, and this is why the Hindus say it's Kali Yuga. We're at the worst of it too. Kali Yuga means deepest down in the negativity, in the fear. And so it is like a time when the most righteous one will be called a sinner. They said he's a menace to society. No, absolutely not. It's the police that are the menace to society in this situation. And in many situations, and I'm sick of it. I can't deal with these people who just have this attitude of like, they don't look into it, and then they're like, well, the cops know. Okay, well, you need cops. They just have this argument like, oh, you're going to get rid of the cops? You need cops. Just stop it. There is this, like, it's corporate people. They're just corporate. They want to do their job. They're just obsessed with making money in the most meaningless ways half the time. And then they're like, no, I'm too busy just getting rich, doing nothing, contributing nothing. I mean, they're working hard, actually. These are very hardworking people, these corporates. They're working like 40, 60 hours a week. What they're doing half the time is meaningless. It is not of any kind of virtue. And then if you say anything political, they're just like, well, I don't have time. I have to finagle ways out of the market for myself. You know what I mean? It's like, you're not even, your job's meaningless. Can you just be up on politics a little bit? Your job means nothing. And like, I don't mind, right? Get your money in a meaningless job. But if it's a meaningless job and it's like not helping anyone, I think that some people, you'll feel a sense of like emptiness inside, that you're not really, because deep down that you're not like, you're just in some weird corporate thing. It's not really, does it do anything? I don't know, whatever. Because a lot of times they have justifications for it, like, oh, it's the free market. If the free market's paying me, then it's righteous. That's what a lot of people think. But they don't go beyond that and say like, does this make sense? You can't expect them to. I'm not even saying that they should. But I'm saying just, the politics is so much better than sports, I find. And it is, because we're in the Leela, this sinful simulation, you almost want to be up on the politics because that's where the biggest sinners are. You know what I mean? And this kind of stuff, I mean, eventually I think it does come back to people. I actually just saw a great clip of Roger Waters. He's the singer from one of the greatest bands of all time, one of the best bands of Pink Floyd. He's like the main guy from Pink Floyd. And he was talking on Joe Rogan about how, like, you have to speak truth to power. Moral of the story is, you are loved because you are loved. Such is the nature of loving kindness. Okay? So now that I've done my karmas, make sure you do your karmas, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and sign up for meditation. Ascension is upon us, foolish. Sign up for meditation immediately. Ha! Am I still here?